What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Strikeout Beer Podcast. I'm RD, flying solo tonight on this beautiful Tuesday, North Texas evening. It's gorgeous outside. A little windy. I'll be honest with you. It's a little windy. But it's temperature's supposed to drop. I heard like there's a cold front coming through. It's going to get maybe a little bit of rain tomorrow. Nice cold front coming in for Halloween on Thursday. I think a high of like 75, low in like 50, 59, 80 or something, or 59 or 60, 59 or 80. So yeah. Ooh, yeah, just windy. It's blowing stuff everywhere. Like crap's falling. Like, if you ever really wanted to, have it windy outside, put those fake tombstones in your front yard. That'll help. It'll help every single time. And then if you want it to rain, make sure you got some electrical equipment outside. I'm going to mess with the settings real quick on the thing. But anyway, so for tonight, we've got a super old beer that I did not know was an old beer. I should have known something was up when I couldn't find it on their website. We got Partake Dark, non-alcoholic malt beverage. It contains less than 0.5% alcohol by volume, 30 calories per can. Here's what it looks like. Here's the can. And if you don't believe me, here's the Best Buy date on it. Dude, Total Wine sometimes leaves these beers laying around. Come on, man. Focus in. Focus. It's not going to do it. Oh, there it goes. Best Buy, December 16th, 2022. Oh, buddy. And so I've actually found some really old beers there before. Kind of, on purpose, I went looking for one because I heard they had some, there was a brewery out in Louisville. It used to be called like Old Town. I think it was, and then before that it was Cobra, or it was Cobra, then it was Old Town. One of the two. Found one of their rock and roll beers or something, and I was like, oh, man, this is awesome. So grabbed a couple of those. But anyhow, this one's old. Best Buy was 2 years ago. Let's get cracking. Let's just see. Hopefully this thing doesn't blow up my face. Definitely had some carbonation in there. Let's see how it looks. And if you're listening to this on audio, you can catch the video on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch right now. Twitch, it'll be deleted in 2 weeks, but Facebook and Instagram will be there for a little bit. I don't see anything kind of crazy coming out of here. I don't see a lot of flow. Oh, no. I shouldn't have poured it all out. Look at that. You can see it. Oh, no. I am not drinking this beer. I am not drinking this frickin' beer. Oh, jeez. All right, I'm going to have some, but I got to let it settle, and I'm going to try not to get anywhere near the bottom. It's just like trub and crap and whatever. What the hell is that? Like, I mean, I don't understand the whole non-alcoholic process. I know when you put hops in there, you pitch the yeast, and it eats the sugars in the wort, and that's what creates alcohol, and then all the yeast die and go to the bottom, and they call it trub, I guess, or whatever. But yeah, holy moly. All right, let's just see what we got on our hands. That's dark and roasty, baby. Oh, buddy. And it's thin and light. Yeah. The flavor is there immediately, and it just dissipates. Let's see what it says on the can. Tasting notes, Partake Dark pours a deep brown with notes of roasted coffee, walnuts, and plum. Full of flavor from start to finish, it's time to add this beauty into your rotation. Ingredients: water, barley, hops, yeast, oats. Contains barley. You got, come on. Calories: 30, 8 grams of carbs, 0 fat, 0 protein. So there you go. There's the can. If you can get your hand on this, check the date, I guess, because, I should have known something was up. Like I said, it wasn't even on their website. So now, but look at it just piling up on the bottom. Oh, geez. Look at that. It's coming back up to the top. Jesus. This is terrible news. God. And I've been trying to mess with these sound settings and whatnot. I'm trying to get it kind of in the wheelhouse. And I don't know what the wheelhouse is, to be honest with you. All right, let's go ahead and let's take a look and see what the ratings are. You know what? Screw the ratings. We'll look at the ratings later when we actually get to the ratings. How about that? All right, so Halloween's this Thursday. I hope everybody's excited. I saw a really cool video. If you're worried about your kids having too much candy, and that's one of the things, right? Like, that's for even me as an adult. Like, after Halloween's over or leading up to Halloween, dude, we got so much candy at the house. I generally overbuy. I'll buy probably 5 bags of like 250 each, right? So we got well over 1,000 pieces, 1,250 sometimes, and we have like 300 or 400 trick or treaters. So we try to make sure, and then we got a lot of apartments around us as well. So we got a lot of people that come into our neighborhood, and we're on a main road kind of. So they know to come through our street. And a lot of houses used to participate. Like the whole street would be lit up. Some of those people have moved out, and then I guess other people who don't celebrate or participate have kind of moved in. I've been hoping that they would kind of get on board, but it just hasn't happened. I don't know how much longer I'll be in this neighborhood anyways. It's kind of time for me to kind of get out of here, get out of the suburbs. Anyways, so we always have a ton of candy. Saw this cool video, and it was this guy taking his daughter trick-or-treating. And so she had a little modest, little basket, little thing, like not a damn a pillowcase, right? Not a pillowcase. They're going around trick-or-treating. She's like, yeah, I take her trick-or-treating. She loves it. I don't want to take that away from her. She's so excited to dress up and go trick-or-treating. So they do that. They get back, and he's like, you know what? You can pick out 5 of your favorite pieces of candy. Pick out 5 of them. And she's a toddler. She's maybe 3 or 4. I mean, that's maybe, I don't know. And so generally, you're not going to give that kid candy. You shouldn't be giving a kid candy anyways. But anyway, so he's like, you can pick out, 5 of your favorite pieces. And then they say, okay, now we put it in our basket. We put it on the porch for the switch witch that comes that night. So you donate your candy to the switch witch, and she gives you a toy, which is I think it's kind of genius if you think about it. They're not consuming the candy. They get something cool. They get a toy, like I think a Barbie or something was in her thing, and so she was just really excited. She goes, "Oh, that's this is awesome," and so I thought it was a cool alternative to letting them have, And I mean, I used to bring home a ton of candy. My son, that one year, he brought home, it seemed like 4 pillowcases full, and I was like, if you think you're going to eat all this candy, you're out of your mind. You're out of your freaking mind. And he went ballistic. I go, see, this is exactly why. Because you can't handle it. So, but anywho. Yeah, it was something. I was like, it's a pretty good idea. I was like, if I had kids, and maybe I'll pass it along to when my kids have kids and whatever that are younger, give them maybe a little alternative, So anyways, got that, and then we got some pumpkin carving going on tomorrow night. I'll post some pictures of it. I was like, I'm not going to live stream it. My younger son's coming into town for a long weekend, so he'll be here from Wednesday to Monday, which will be a lot of fun. He's coming in for Halloween. He wants to get dressed up. He wants to hand out candy. You can't handle the truth. What's up, Merc? How you doing? I'm in here enjoying this 2-year past the due date, the Best Buy date beer. It's got a bunch of junk in it, so I know what you would say. You would just say, put it in your mouth and shut up. So, but anywho, he's coming in. We're going to have some fun. Probably try to work in some golf. I'm taking off one day. I'm taking off Friday. I work from home tomorrow and Thursday. Lizzie's off the rest of the week. And, I was just like, fine, we're going to have a good time, but we're going to try to do some traditional stuff, candy apples and carved pumpkins. I do want to go I think it's too late to go to Six Flags unless we go on Friday, but that'll be, November 1st. November 1st, it's pretty much cleanup day around here. Like I get up at get up and out the door by 9 a.m. and we put everything up. And it's supposed to rain. It ain't rained all month, and it's supposed to rain like a couple days, like tomorrow for a little bit and maybe a little bit on Thursday night or Friday or something like that. So I'm like, geez, I can't put the like inflatables and stuff up when they're wet. But we're gonna press on. We're gonna try to get everything put up. Got to do some tree trimming and whatnot. But I mean, then we're just full speed ahead into Thanksgiving. To be here before you know it. It is towards the end of the month this year. It's pretty much the last week of the month. It's the fourth Thursday. So you got that, and here comes Christmas. They're already thawing out Mariah Carey. Christmas music is gonna be around. I don't know. I mean, I like the beers. I'll tell you that. I do enjoy the beers. Especially when we do beer miss and whatnot. We might not do that this year. We'll see. But if we do not do the exchange between me and Alan, what I'll do is I'll go try to find like the advent calendar of beer. It should be at Costco or Sam's. I'm going to have either I'm going to go get it or I'll have my kids go get it for me, and that way, that I'll have a beer a night. I'm trying to work in some, but with Sober October, that's the reason I'm having this NA beer. I'm having Partake Dark right now, and just Sober October, going to slow her down a little bit. Haven't had really a drink during the week in a couple weeks now. Have some claws on a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, but nothing too crazy. I didn't even get too wild at the Halloween party that I talked about Sunday afternoon or Sunday night. So, but no, that's about all it's got going on. Just another day in the neighborhood. Now, I was making fun of myself earlier. So I work from home 2 days a week. I work in the office 3 days a week. When I'm at home, it's like I'm working on work stuff, and every time I get a break, I'm working on house stuff, picking up, doing this, laundry and dishes and trash and yada, yada, yada. The list goes on, or I'll go for a run or a jog. And that's actually what I did today before I got in here. I was like, yeah, you know what? Let me go for a jog. And I took Tilly for a walk. And it's like I spend more money when I'm at work, and it's not on what you think. It's not on like lunches and stuff and like eating. Oh, I'm going to get breakfast. I'm going to get lunch or whatever. And I don't even eat breakfast when I'm at work. I'll have lunch, and it's usually a salad, right? I can't remember the last time I spent over $10 on lunch. Go to Jason's Deli, get the buffet. Billy Joe's in the house. What's going on? What does Santa have hold on. Why does Santa have such a big sack? Because he only comes once a year. Bam, buddy, right out of the gate. I mean, there we go. And this week's dad joke is brought to you by JB Carts. Check them out on Facebook and Instagram and at jbcarts.com. I've got one for you. I was going to save it for later, but I'm going to tell you now, since you're here. Why did the skeleton not go on the roller coaster? Because he didn't have the guts. There you go. How about that? No? Nothing? Not even a whisper? A chirp? Nothing? Whatever.
Hey,
oh, geez. Easy there, Hanson. But, so yeah. I noticed, like, when I go to work, I don't spend any money. Like, like I said, unless I go to Jason's Deli and it's like, $10 for a buffet salad, whatever, loaded up to some of those salads are getting kind of crazy. I pile the hell out of it. But it's on vacations and buying stuff. And like I'm on Amazon, or like we're looking up a trip to go to maybe Broken Bow for the second weekend in November. It's a holiday weekend. I'm like, okay, let's go to Broken Bow. Go hang out at the cabin and maybe go for a hike, go fishing. I don't know. Hang around? It's 3. Oh, jeez. And, that's what chews up my wallet. Like I almost booked a trip to Broken Bow today. I almost booked a day trip to Vegas because there's one in November. Because if we don't go to Broken Bow, the day after that, it's like a $33 ticket from here to Vegas. I can leave early in the morning. I catch the red eye back. That's it. I miss a day of work. That's it. No problem. I'll be back in 24 hours, right? And I'll bring Lizzie with me if she wants to go. If she doesn't want to go, she doesn't have to go. What are you going to do? Oh, there's Lizzie. So yeah, I got that in there. And then I was looking at March Madness already. I was like, when's March Madness? What's the dates? I put in the dates for Vegas because it's so much fun. We go there and hang out, get a couch. We're in the Bellagio usually. TVs everywhere. I mean, it's awesome, especially with the app now. It's so easy. You don't have to wait in line. And, I was like, okay, Thursday morning, get out there real early so we can catch the early games. Because as soon as you land, you can just start betting on MGM, bet MGM, right? As long as you're in Nevada. Hang out there till Sunday, come back home. I checked out our comps and whatever. We're fully comped at REI, which is an awesome place. They're going to give us bonus cash, bonus play to stay there, resort credits as well. And I'm like, okay, but that's 6 months it's months and months from now. At least Broken Bow is a little bit more recent. It's coming up. And then we talked about, possibly going to Angel Fire. I've never been out there. I've never been to New Mexico. I've been west of Texas, but only by airplane. Like Vegas and Seattle and Alaska, right? Only by airplane. I never traveled there on the ground and like drove there or something like that. You know what I mean? And so anyways, I want to go to New Mexico. I don't want to go out that way. I kind of want to head towards Roswell too. I want to kind of, there's a couple places I want to go and we can totally drive there. It takes, essentially the amount of time that you would spend going into an airport, getting there early, driving to the airport, getting there early enough, sitting around your ass, and getting on the airplane, and then having someone drive you or renting a car. What the hell was that? Anyways, and then getting a car or getting someone to drive you, it's like an hour and a half, 2 hours, 2.5 hours from the airport to get there. So I'm like, geez, I'll just drive. And I get to finally say, hey, I drove through West Texas. It sucked. No one else cares. And then, but you get to see the mountains and whatnot when you get closer to New Mexico. So anyway, that's what I'm thinking. I got to take it easy with this. I don't want to shake this up. And I meant to take a picture of it before, but yeah, I'm going to try to get as much beer out of here as I can. And then I'm going to take a picture of the rest of this crap. So, but anyhow, yeah, it's just buying dumb stuff. Like I just spending money. And yeah, I found it, you know, I talked Sunday night about getting a motorcycle. I found the motorcycle. I'm probably going to get it tomorrow or whenever or something. Lizzie, I went ahead and I IM'd her because I noticed that there was a way to do it without where you could type in a custom message. So we'll see. We'll see if, you know, if it's there. Austin's going to be here, so he'll probably end up driving it back for me. I got to slap a helmet on that kid. But, you know, yeah, just like I said, I was going to go cheap, and I kind of went cheap enough where it's old, and just going to, you know, see how it goes, you know. This is the Cruiser. This is a Harley. And then I'll see how I feel about it, and then maybe if I want a sport bike, I'll get a sport bike. So, whatever. Minimum resistance from Lizzie, too. She's been telling me to get a bike forever. I'm going to get one, and then this way we can see if I even want bikes like this, because if it is, then we'll get a bigger bike, because she does want to do some touring. She does want to drive around. She wants to ride, and, you know, we'll just go cruising. You know, I got a bunch of buddies that ride, and I've missed it for a long time. I rode all the way up until like 2005 or whatever, 2008, 2010, maybe 2010, 2009. And I was like, you know what? I'm done. So, yeah, there you go. All right. What's going on in the World Series is the game actually is about to start. Oh, it's already started. Dodgers are up 2-0. This series, I was talking about it the other day, and it's completely, I don't know. I thought there would be more of a fight, to be honest with you. I really did. And the fact that the Dodgers have come out and just pistol whipped the Yankees in every single game, doubled their score in every single game. 6-3 in the first game, 4-2 in the second game, 4-2 in the third game. It's 2-0 right now. So someone must have let off with a bomb. I wonder who it was. I'm gonna take a peek real quick. A homer. Freddie Freeman hit another effing homer. Jesus. Mookie Betts got on, and Freeman hit a homer. Jesus. That's insane. I mean, he's MVP right there. He's going to be a World Series MVP. And that's the other thing, too. It's like, you know, a lot of people were talking about this series going, you know, to 6 games, to 7 games, and that is not the case at all. This could be it tonight. Yeah, I just realized this is game 4. Yeah, it could be over. They could be celebrating a championship in New York tonight. Oh, buddy. Wow. So yeah, I mean, I remember looking at the who was supposed to win or whatever. Dodgers, I think, were the slight advantage. It wasn't like a landslide or anything like that, but they've gotten, Judge has absolutely stunk. But every time they put up runs, the Dodgers just they come right back over the top. And that game 1 was amazing. It went to extra innings, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure that was the game 1. And Freddie Freeman got a turn and just yanked it right out. Dude, trivia question. All right, we got a trivia question from the chat. If you're listening to this on iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify, if you want to get involved with the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch, come on over. Whenever you see the live notification, that's how you know I'm live over here. Why did the Dodgers get their name? I mean, they weren't draft Dodgers, were they? Is that like some weird thing? They were up in Brooklyn first. Brooklyn Dodgers. I don't know, Billy Joe. Tell me. Because I don't want to Google it. I want you to tell me. I need to know. But yeah, so this series has just been, you know, I would say disappointing. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. If you're a Dodgers fan, you're just living life. You're so freaking, you're stinking happy. There's, but yeah. All right, here we go. They started in Brooklyn, and they dodged streetcars. No kidding. That's why. Hilarious. Yeah, I knew they started in Brooklyn, but yeah, I had no idea that's why. They dodged streetcars. Funny. Oh, buddy. Yep, so top of the first, 2-0. Dodgers are up 3-0. I'm actually going to be doing SP Fantasy Football when I'm done with this, I think. I should be. But I wanted to pop on here for about 20, 30 minutes. All right. Yeah, that's just absolutely insane. All right, you know what? Let's, since there was only that to talk about in MLB, let's talk is it NFL? Yeah, we can do NFL. Where's the stuff at? Where's the good stuff? Okay, I actually made you know what's funny is I made a short about the AFC North. Caught a little bit of flack because I said the Steelers suck and I said the Bengals suck and whatever. And then I stumbled across the live stream from Sunday night, and Alan was like, "Yeah, we're gonna win the whole thing." He's a Lions fan. And so I was kind of looking at the NFC versus the AFC, and I landed on the Lions versus the Steelers, or the Lions versus the Chiefs, right? I was like, well, the Bills or the Chiefs, and I was like, well, probably the Chiefs, right? And I was like, well, if you play the Chiefs, you're not going to win because you can't beat the Chiefs and the refs. This guy, I clipped it, made it a short. Everybody's having a little. It's fine, right? This guy writes like a 3-paragraph thing. I'm like, dude, I'm not reading that. I go, my buddy's a diehard Lions fan. This was clipped from a live stream. We got a couple of our top viewers are Chiefs fans. This is just to have fun. And you know what? Don't you dare sit there for a second and act like y'all don't get flags for like everything. Shut your whore mouth. Yeah, what are you going to do? Oh, geez. Anyways, let's flip over to the NFL. Actually, we were just talking about the NFL. Let's talk a little bit more about the NFL. And so anyways, that brings it up. It's funny enough that someone was talking about, it was after week 8, here's what the playoff picture looks like. This is after week 8. I'm like, okay, cool. And it's funny enough, they have the Chiefs and the Lions in the divisional round. I go, okay, that's cool. Let me put this off to the side. It feels like that is just I got it as a what's it called? I should have shared instead of did that. But anyway, so it's as an overlay right now. And as you can see here, you've got, let's start with the AFC. The 1 seed's Kansas City, 2 seed is the Texans, and they would be taking on the Chargers as a 7 seed. And then you have the 3. What the hell helmet is that? Is that blank? Or is that the Steeler helmet? It's got to be the Steeler helmet. Steeler 3 seed, Baltimore Ravens a 6 seed. Yeah, it creeps. That is so damn weird. Why didn't they put? I guess because it's not on the left side; it's only on the right side. 5 seed would be Broncos. 4 seed would be Buffalo. And then let's go ahead and just take a look at this. If you're looking at it, you're like, okay, well, the Buffalo's probably going to have to win this game, right? I mean, Broncos are looking good. I've been giving them a lot of credit, but I think Buffalo wins that game. And then I don't believe for a second that the Steelers beat the Ravens. That ain't happening, right? So give me the Ravens to win. And then you have the Bolts versus the Texans. They are decimated with injuries, but I don't think the Chargers know how to win, to be honest with you. I don't think they know how. So I'm going to take the Texans there. I'm going to take, Buffalo, Baltimore, Texans, and obviously the divisional round is going to be against the wild card of those teams, but the divisional round is going to Kansas City's a 1 seed, right? So they're going to have to play Baltimore, that's going to be crazy. Baltimore and Kansas City in the divisional round, and then you're going to have Buffalo and the Texans playing each other. So, man, I would love to see that too. Give me Kansas City versus Buffalo, Texans versus Buffalo, or Kansas City versus Baltimore, Buffalo versus Texans. If the Texans are healthy and they're playing right, they're going to beat Buffalo. If they're not, Buffalo's going to run right through them. And then I think it's a coin flip for Baltimore and Kansas City. This actually just makes it even more kind of murky. You don't even know. It's like, oh my God, who's actually going to win this? Anyways, flip over to the NFC. The 1 seed is the Lions, 7 seed Eagles going up against number 2 seed Washington. 6 seed Vikings versus 3 seed Falcons. 5 seed Green Bay versus 4 seed Arizona. Saying just assuming everybody's healthy, yeah, Green Bay takes care of Arizona, no problem at all. I think there is going to be a problem between the Falcons and Minnesota, because Minnesota's kind of hit or miss. They got a good defense, but they're having problems right now. And Atlanta plays really good against certain teams, and I think that could be, if they're going to be the home team there, that's the advantage, I think. And then Washington, they're getting by, but the Eagles look so damn good here recently, and then. So let's just say Washington wins. I don't think they're going to. Washington wins. Falcons win. Green Bay wins. So Green Bay gets to play Detroit, NFC North showdown, and then you have Washington versus the Falcons. Washington might just get it, right? They might just get it. And I think Green Bay just gets in there and wrecks house, but I think the Lions are just too much for them. I don't know. I just have to say the Lions because I think it's crazy. The NFC is so crazy weak right now. The teams that are in here right now, I don't think any of them are a threat, to be honest. And I think Green Bay's playing great. But, hey, Jason, how we doing? How about them Chiefs? I'll take this off of here in a second here. I'm going to take it off now. But what I'm trying to explain is, or, taking a look at that, it's like the NFC is like, who else can win? And then you go to the AFC, it's like, yeah, Ravens definitely have a chance. Chiefs have a chance. Obviously, they're undefeated still. There's just a lot of teams that could to make some hay there. And I'd like to see the Texans make a little run. I want Stroud to get healthy. I want his team to get healthy. I want Jordan Love to get healthy. I want to see these teams just get out there and the playoffs, just make the playoffs awesome. But yeah, Jason, how we doing? I got a freaking NA beer today, bud. And it's Partake. We're doing Sober October, obviously. And this is dark. And I'm having it. It's old. It's 2 years expired. Look at the sediment, the bottom of this glass, man. Look at that. It is bonkers. I mean, that's a half an inch of just stuff. Oof. So, but football season's damn near, it's almost halfway over, and you start like, all right, well, that's even shorter for fantasy, which I'm going to talk a little bit. I'm going to flip over to SB Fantasy Football here in a little bit. Actually, when I'm done with this one, I'll flip over to that. And, but yeah, it's not that I'm ready for the season to be over, but I love the playoffs so much. I love the regular season too, because we've really enjoyed it this year. We have chilled at the house. I think we left a couple times. We went and watched some games, but for the most part, it's like, yeah, that's our day to relax, even though it's kind of stressful. Now, I was going to show the rankings, but I think I'm going to have Lizzie call in during the fantasy football show because she got eliminated from a league today. And I was like, well, how you doing? She goes like, this sucks. It's a Survivor League. So, you know what? Let's take a look at Strikeout beer just real quick. We're going to take a look at the standings. I'm actually going to, I'll throw it up on the screen. How about that? Let me give me 1 second. I'm going to share it. Strikeout beer. There we go. We're not going to share audio. We're going to share that. All right. We'll slap it off to the side. There you go. So here's your rankings. Yeah, there we go. Zoom in a little bit. Barry Badgernath still in first, 6-2 on a 3-game winning streak. The Disputed 5-3, currently on a 1-game winning streak. Royal Klutz 5-3, only a couple points, about 100, 90 points back. Tied at second essentially, but in third. I love Only Fantasy Football and AK Bluegrass Holes. A Pirate Looks 40, Flying Butt Monkeys. My team sucks. All 4-4. It's a cluster, folks. An absolute cluster. These teams are either, they've lost 2 in a row, they've won a game, lost a game. I've lost 2 in a row myself. Old School 3-5, Allen 3-5, OG SOB 3-5, and Saxon City 3-5. So this is how close the league is. I mean, really, if you're down here, you know that you're only 2 games back on a playoff spot. essentially. Right now, 3 games back on first place, so plenty of time to get up there. So notable matchups this week: we got number 8, myself, playing against the number 11th, Allen, number 10, playing against Tracy, number 7, Old School, number 9, taking on that first place action, Barry Badgernath, Royal Klutz, 3rd, taking on OnlyFans Jay, 4th, Bluegrass Holes, 5th, taking on a Pirate Looks 40 at 6th. Disputed number 2 or 2nd, taking on Saxon City 12th. This is our Strikeout Beer League, but it's more, we're moving it over to SB Fantasy Football next year. So it's our listener league. It's free. I'd love to have people in there join, chat it up, talk shit, everything like that. So a lot of fun. And as you can see, you have 3 and 4 playing, 5 and 6 playing. So there's going to be some disruption this week. This standing is going to look a little bit different going forward. So let me get that off there. Oh, buddy, I think that's about going to do it. I did want to end the show today with the a-hole of the week. Let's just say a-hole of the day, if you want to call it that. Let me hit stop sharing right there. There we go. Now, this jerkwad, we were driving down the highway, and yeah, there's construction. There's always construction in Texas, in Dallas. 35 is a mess. It always is. But if you're in the left lane, traveling below the speed limit, and there's room for you to get in the right lane, and if you're actively passing somebody, fine. But if you're not, you're just cruising in the left lane, and there's a center lane, don't make the person get in the center lane to pass you. And then, when they do decide they've waited behind your sorry ass for too long, decide to pass you, put their blinker on, jump in the right lane to go around it, and you speed up, you're an asshole at that point. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, like the car itself was just a piece of junk. So the truck just kind of gunned it, jumped in front of it anyways. And I was like, yeah, that was it. And then and then you'll never believe what happened after the truck got in front of them. The truck kept going the speed it wanted to go, and the stupid car slowed down. Still didn't get out of the lane. People are so effing inconsiderate, oblivious, blah, blah, blah. Ugh. Jesus. They are the worst. All right, I'm going to take this down to right about here. I don't want to get the floaters, the little fellas in there disturbed. Hold on. It's like drinking Coke. That's what it tastes like. The carbonation and like the aftertaste, it kind of look a little bit of a burn in the end. So there you go. I'm not drinking any further because I'm not drinking that. So again, I'm having Partake Brewing Dark, non-alcoholic malt beverage. 30 calories, 8 carbs. Now, before I go, like I said, I couldn't find this on their website because it's old. It's an old ass beer. So I found it on Beer Advocate. It says from like Ontario. I was like, I didn't even know this is a Canadian beer. So anyways, 3.51 average score. This thing was added February 17th, 2021. No notes, no description, no nothing. And then you got Untapped. They classified as a porter/stout. Now with the, like as I mentioned, you do get the kind of the coffee taste, the smell. It's got walnuts and plums in it. It definitely has a nutty, like a roasted smell and taste to it. It says full of flavor from start to finish. It gets some flavor up front, but it dissipates pretty quick. This is an easy chug, by the way, because there's nothing really there. NA on the ABV, NA on the IBUs, 2.81 average score, 242 ratings. It's been checked in a total of 320 times, unique 278. But yeah, that's it. I mean, people check it in. Someone checked it in 4 days ago. So he must have got an old one too. He purchased at Oliver Tees. So Oliver Tees is selling old ass beer. Wherever the hell that is. So, I mean, when they made I'm sure the beer was good when they made it. It's not even that bad of a beer now. I didn't get any funky smells. It kept the carbonation. The can didn't pop or anything like that. So, I mean, I'll give it a thumbs up. I just hate that I bought it, a 2-year-old beer. I hope it doesn't make me sick. But, I mean, I think 2.81 is it's probably like a 2.75. But if you're basing this strictly on an NA beer and you know what you're getting in your Is the bottom bad? No, I don't see anything. Nothing on this thing shows any kind of damage. It's perfectly sealed. It held up. No issues. But yeah, you take this beer for what it is, the NA beer. It gives you an option if you're doing non-alcoholic, and I think that gets extra points. So I would say if this is a beer, 3.5, 3.5, that's the score on it for me. But if I'm basing this off of, I drink, pastry stouts, and I'm looking for, this isn't going to do it. This isn't going to be like, this is the great beer. It's not. It's an NA beer. This is an NA option, and I think it's perfect for sober October, or dry January, or any other time where you want a NA beer. Like you kind of want a beer. You just don't want the buzz. Don't want anything that goes along with it. So, no, I'm talking about what you left in the glass. Yeah. It's all those floaters, man. Check that out. And they've really settled now because they were up where they were probably up to about right there. Yeah. So, yeah, buddy. It just had stuff. When I poured it, you could see it all just rushing down to the bottom. Like, oh, buddy. Yeah. So, but yeah, there you go. I mean, for what it is and what it does, I think this will be a perfect beer to have on a cold night too, out by the fire. You're like, I'm looking for something. You get into your darker beers this time of year, right? I mean, obviously in October you get your pumpkins and whatever, but going in November, December, January, you're going to have some darker. You're going to have some stouts. You're going to want that extra ABV. You're going to want those barrel aged beers, things like that, where it's just got a little extra little something to it, and it turns into like a sipper. So, but you know what? I'm RD. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you all for being here tonight. I'm going to flip over to SB Fantasy Football here in about 10 minutes or so. I'll get everything set up, jump in. We're going to talk studs, waiver wire pickups, things like that, and yeah. That's going to do it. Appreciate it. We'll see you later.